like that, we are back on your TV screens all the way till 5 p.m. Thank you so much for choosing us as your source of entertainment, as we're going to be serving you the best dish of entertainment right here on Ekse, Cape Town TV, the People's Channel. My name's Rizal Forbes, and I'm not riding solo.
Yes,
I never
definitely.
am.
My name is Our Get to Life. We have an amazing show coming up for you guys. As you guys know, it's Side Tag Wednesdays. So please do use the hashtag on your screen right now. That one. Yes, we might read some of your comments a little bit later on the show. We do love hearing from you guys, so please do keep those comments coming. Of course. What do we have coming up on the show?
Well, we have a lot of things coming up.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
our
yes.
Wednesday show is solely dedicated to nothing but science.
And technology.
Yes. So it's a Sci-Tech Wednesday, and coming up on the show, we have 3 students who's been part of the Eskom Expo, and they've won prizes. They've came first in their respective divisions, and they're all from different grades as well. So that's the exciting part. Yes. So we might be looking at some young scientists, you know, coming on today's show.
Yeah. Hopefully they they maintain the love they have for science. Because I remember when I was in high school, I loved science, but right now I'm all about business. Hey. Speaking of business, all these prizes have a lot of money attached to them, yeah?
Yeah,
we also have an insert from the Gardens National Day. I have no idea what that is about, so you guys do stick
I'll
around.
save you. That one was called the National Gardens Day, and then also we were checking what went down at the Black River cleanup that Adidas actually hosted, and Sanga was the lucky presenter to go ahead and see what went down there. We also have our very own diva, drama queen, Blondie. Lamali Moon is in the house, just not on camera, but he'll be joining us for the entire hour of the show as well. So make sure you hit us up on all of our socials. On Facebook, we're Ekse Cape Town TV. On Twitter, we are at Ekse_live. And on Twitter, we are at Ekse_live. YouTube channel as well. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch some of your favorite episodes on there. Now, as you guys know, every Wednesday we have our Honorable Malikaya
our legendary.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, shout out to him one
and
time.
On a point of order, he always gives us the amazing science news. If there is anything that you want us to know when it comes to science and things like that, all you have to do is to hit us up on the socials.
Definitely.
On the socials, and we'll definitely be glad to read about that. And thanks for educating us if it is that you do send us anything through. While Honorable Malikaya doing the news in his proud mother tongue. Can you read science?
I understand everything. I would love to speak as possible just as well. The problem with myself is that my girlfriend doesn't speak Xhosa, so half the time I'm out here coaching. But nonetheless,
how can you blame this? Your cause is speaking.
It is.
You can't blame her.
But I'm here with it. Trust me, I'm a cow in this acting now.
Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, we're going to leave it to the professionals now. Malikaya, what do you have on the science news for us?
Distraction boys uRizal Forbes awuketulaze kunye noLamali Moon esesendleleni onjalo dinamkele ababukeli kwidesika yendaba ezingenzulu ulwazi nobuchwephesha elami igama ndikuMelikhaya Mzimba nqakulethu lokuqala inkulu baphathiswa yephondo lasemhlantshona uGqirha Zamani Sol ithi i-square kilometer array yinzuzo enkulu kakhulu kwakunye nento enhle eliphondo elinozinga ngalo Loka Sol uthe watyunjwa njengenkulu baphathiswa ngoMeyi walonyaka ebeqala ukundwendwela isite le-SKA yaye akawuvali umlomo. Eli site line radio telescopes ezingama-70 kwaye urhulumente wathi watyala imali efikelela kwi-4 billion rands ekwakhiweni kwayo. Ukwachazwe ukuba le project sele yenze imisebenzi yezenzululwazi ethe yaba yimpumelelo emininzi kweli loMzantsi Afrika. Omnye womsebenzi ethe wenziwa ngempumelelo kukubona ngokuthe gca indawo ebizwa ngeMilky Way apho ezinye ii-telescopes kwihlabathi zithi zingafikeleli khona. Olundwendwe lwenkulu baphathiswa lelaquka nondwendwela iMeerkat telescope nenedish eziyi-64 ethi isebenzisane nophase 1 we-SKA. Ngamakhulukhulu wabantu kwizwekazi iAfrika abakwicandelo lezenzululwazi abathi bandwendwele eli site nalapho bathi bafunxe ulwazi balusebenzise ekutyaleni kubafundi beedyunivesithi zamazwe abo. Nqakulethu lesibini namhlanje isebe lezempilo kweli lentshona koloni likhuphe ingxelo yokuba kuza kuvulwa ikliniki entsha emizamo yethu eHout Bay. Le kliniki kubikwe ukuba iza kuqalisa ukusebenza ngokusesikweni ekuqaleni kwale nyanga izayo kaNovemba. Isithethi sesebe lezempilo kweli lentshona koloni uNatalie Wellington sithe le kliniki iza kuba se-30 Victoria Road kwaye basaza kuqhuba nokuzisa iinkonzo zezempilo elintwini nakumaholo oluntu ebekade bewasebenzisa ukuphuhlisa ngokubanzi umba wezempilo nalapho baza kusela abantu amachiza wabo qu nabo anobuzaza kwezi ndawo. Abahleli base-Hout Bay besele bengenandawo yokufumana amachiza wabo emveni kokuba i-Day Hospital eHengerberg yathi yavala ngomhla we-17 ngoSeptemba yaphinda yavula ekuqaleni kuka-Okthobha. Ukuvalo kwayo kweza emveni kwezixholo-xholo ezithi zonakalisa izakhiwo zikarhulumente luluntu lwala ndawo. Inqaku lesithathu kusungulwe ngokusesikweni i-app yemfonomfono ethi incedisane nabafundi kwizifundo zezibalo kunye nezenzululwazi. I-EduX eliqumrhu elingajonganga nzuzo lithe lasungula le Edify Model App ekuncedisaneni nabafundi bebanga lesithoba neleshumi kwezi zifundo abantu abaninzi abathi zezona zakhe zanzima. Ngonyaka ka-2020 bajonge ukuba ukongeza zonke izifundo ezithi zihlohlwe kwizikolo zeli loMzantsi Afrika ukusuka kwisigaba sokuqala ukuya kweleshumi elinesibini. Ingcaphephe kwezobuchwephesha nongumvelisi wale app uWillie Gavender uthi uyivelise kuba ezama ukwenza indlela efikelelekayo nelula ukuncedisa ezifundweni abo bathi bangabinayo imali yokuhlawula ii-extra classes ngelinge lokuphuhlisa ulwazi. Le app izawuthi ifumaneke kwiifowuni ze-Android kwaye kuqikelelwa ukuba ukusuka kunyaka ozayo iza ukufikelela kubafundi beli loMzantsi Afrika abangaphezu kwezigidi ezilishumi. Inqaku lokugqibela namhlanje, iinzululwazi zeli loMzantsi Afrika zikhuphe ingxelo yobungozi isixeko seKapa esijongene nalo kubungozi obubangelwa yimililo yamadlelo nanjengoko esi sixeko singena kwisizini yehlobo. Kusele iintsuku ezingaphantsi kwenyanga phambi kokuba abemi baseKapa bathwaxe ingqatsini yelanga. Ezinzululwazi zithi imililo ethi ibangelwe kukulahlwa kwentshiyekela yee-cigarettes nelanga elitshisa kakhulu ithi ibangele eliphondo liphulukane nezityalo ezidingekayo kwimpilo yoluntu. Nangona ezinye zezityalo kudingeka zitshile khona ukuze ziphinde zikhule ngokokutsha ze zikwazi ukuvelisa izinongo ezilwa nongcoliseko lomoya ophefumlwa ngabantu, kodwa ukwayingozi umlulo kwezinye ezidingekayo ngexesha lehlobo. Nanjengoko isizini yehlobo iba yeyona yomileyo nenqatyelweyo yimvula eKapa, iinzululwazi zithi zixhalabile luhlobo lwalo nyaka. Ezi nzululwazi zikhuthaze uluntu ukuba zinakekele indalo nanjengoko ezinye zezityalo zithi zisetyenziswe ekwenzeni amachiza okunyanga izigulo ezihlasela abemi beli. Zikwakhuthaze ungenelelo lukarhulumente ukuba kufundiswe abantu boMzantsi Afrika bawazi umahluko phakathi kwe-climate variability ne-climate change nobudlelwane phakathi kwe-fynbos nemililo ukuze kukwazi ukunqandwa iintlekelo ezingehla kwixa elizayo. Kukangako ebesinako kwidesika ekhethekileyo yeendaba ezingenzululwazi de kube lithuba elizayo. Distraction Boys kwezekani kwi-Yellow Couches.
Wow, Distraction Boys, what do you think about that? I feel like he's more distractive
Why?
than what I am, because how do you go from science to business to blaming your girlfriend because you don't know how to
Yo,
speak
this guy is still there. We spoke about this and I explained it to him. You understand?
Whatever the case may be, listen, today's show is all dedicated to young scientists, and that's what I like to call them, young scientists, doing amazing things
That's
in
a
their
good thing
field.
that you call them that, because I remember when I chose this, the science stream, they used to call us young scientists, and it
Yeah.
made us feel good even though we were students, so shout out to you.
But you're
It's
not
a
part
boost
of that anymore.
confidence. Yeah.
But listen, man, all the way from Hout Bay, we have Storm Roder, who is a grade 11 student at Camps Bay High, and he's been creating waves in the medical field, and people's actually been looking to see what it is that he has been doing, because he's been part of the Eskom
yes,
Expo,
yes.
and he created something called the leveraging machine. Now, I don't know what the word leveraging means, but that's got nothing to do with me. We're going to find out exactly.
It's not
from
leveraging.
I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it, everything like that. I'm sure llama has the correct pronunciation. Lama, what is it? Leveraging?
Well, unlike you, some people don't take pride in embarrassing themselves on national television. Hello, everybody. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Lamani Moon. Thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. Hashtag to use today is hashtag SciTech. You can find us on Twitter. It's Ekse_live on Facebook. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV. The Sengalelge Uriza, the Sheriff, basically no storm. Well, as in though Uriza Tetangazo storm led him to get rewards as in Jenge 7,000 and 200,000 to put towards his projects. What have you done with that money? Went to the Grand West and put on some slot machines and made more money?
No? Not at all. So what I've done with the money is to protect my intellectual property and make sure I can expand the project from just being a project to a business to make more money out of it and actually help people.
Hey, nice one. For people who are seeing you for the first time on Ekse, obviously they do not know about the project that led you to become TOPS, Pagwiti IA. Let us know more about this project before we carry on to the demonstration, Yako. What is the purpose of this project?
So what I did was I designed an algorithm that taught itself how to diagnose and determine if a pair of lungs is infected with pneumonia or not, to combat misdiagnosis and improve diagnostic speed for radiologists and doctors.
Okay, what's the history of the research?
So pneumonia can be often misdiagnosed in adults, or it's a very high case diagnosis in in pediatric patients, for example.
Sure.
So a radiologist can have about 100 x-rays a day, but out of that 100 x-rays, only 5 of the patients are infected with pneumonia. So this diagnostic tool or software is going to help doctors combat misdiagnosis and improve their diagnostic speed to focus on patients that are actually infected with pneumonia or not.
So out of all the doctors in the world, they had to learn this from a grade 11 student.
No, the software isn't to replace doctors in any way. It's just to help them with medical diagnosis, to make their jobs just a little bit easier.
Sure. What are you hoping to research in the future?
In the future, I'm going to do a BSc in computer science and eventually run my own software development company.
Do you have universities already following behind you?
I've had a couple of doctors from universities contact me to work with me to expand the project and help them with their theses, but from that, not really a lot.
Sure. So what's the conclusion of all of this?
So my model does have an accuracy of 90.3%, so and it has been signed off by 3 different radiology practices verifying and giving the credibility of my model.
Yeah. Who would you like to acknowledge? Who assisted you? Who deserves props? Who would you like to say thank you to?
I definitely want to thank my parents for obviously motivating me and keeping me on the project and enjoying science.
Yeah.
Also Cape Town Expo for giving me the opportunity to take my project so far, and lastly to my friends and school. They've been really supportive and motivative to me.
For future grade 11 people who want to see themselves standing where you are, bragging about the kind of projects that you come about with, what advice would you give them?
If you have a project or an idea, expand on it, especially your school projects. This started off as a school project and I didn't think it would blow up as far as it did. So if you have a plan or a project, expand on it, go for it, give it your all, and hopefully it'll go.
Yeah, Storm, do you have a demonstration for us that you want to show? Yes. Okay, let's go.
So basically, how my model does it is it looks at an x-ray, and then if it identifies that there is liquid inside a person's lungs, it will give you a percentage if it thinks you're infected or not. So it does take between 30 to 45 seconds to determine that. And how you identify pneumonia is liquid or consolidation inside the lungs. So why misdiagnosis can sometimes happen is that you can have white consolidation or white spots on the lungs, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's infected with pneumonia or not. So to identify if it is infected, the model also uses a clinical algorithm to take the patient's symptoms into consideration to actually determine if they have pneumonia or not. And then you have it, this is a patient that isn't infected, and the model is 81% sure that the lungs is not infected with pneumonia, and it's 19% sure that it might be.
Did you just say it takes 35 seconds to get the results?
Yes.
What? And sometimes Rizai has to spend a week to get his results.
That is absolutely crazy. And you know the thing about doing things like this, and because I mean, he didn't just come up with a system and say this works. He actually had to obviously have it verified by people
Yeah,
and
the
say, look,
professions,
it's actually working, and that is amazing. And I want to know, when it comes to the subjects that you studied at school, did the subjects have an influence in the project, and was it your favorite subject? Because I know, for example, you're doing pure maths, but you want to be a comedian. Then they're like, why doing pure maths? It doesn't make sense.
Speaking from experience.
So tell us, in terms of the subjects, did it really help when planning, this project and things like that?
One of my main subjects, which is biology, is one of my favorite subjects, and it did give me a better understanding on how the respiratory system works and the lungs, and gave me a much bigger interest towards biology and the human body.
What I want to know is that I can see that obviously coding is involved with this. Is there another software that's available in the market like this? Or I understand yours helps yield the results faster. Is there a model right now that exists? And how did you find out about the one that's currently in existence that you made yours better than their one?
So currently there's other companies trying to work on something similar to what I have done, but no one has actually brought it out yet and publicized it. And there is people talking about how they're working on it, but everyone's hiding how they're doing it. So there's
So I
not
take
too
it as
much
yours, you
reputation.
trademark yours? No.
Yes.
Can anybody steal it, or is it trademarked?
No, I have copyrights in my project.
Oh,
I'm working on a
that's
patent.
amazing, yeah.
So I
you're
can't
gonna
take
get
it home
cool
and I can't take it home and just start diagnosing on my cat and be like, ha! You have something on there.
Congratulations, Tom. I understand that you've been selected to be one of the few people who represent South Africa worldwide for 2020. What are you hoping to achieve on the interview that you're going to on Saturday?
So obviously I hope that I will be selected and have the opportunity to represent South Africa, because it's no longer just about representing my family or my school or the Western Cape even. It's much bigger than that. It's South Africa, and to show the world that South Africa has a lot of talent coming out of it.
Of course.
And we can compete with first world countries.
How long did it take for you to compile all of this?
So in total it took about 120 hours to create the
Yo.
project.
Jesus
And
Christ.
it's been a continuous 6 months of working on it and improving documentation and everything.
All right, cool stuff. Congratulations and good luck for the future. You're still watching Ekse_live on Twitter. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Visit our World Wide Web, which is capetowntv.org. This is channel 263 on your DSTV. My name is Lamali Moon. I'm not alone. Rizal, the Sheriff Pops, is in the building. Awonge Dulaze Kailich's finest is also in the building. We'll take you to the hour 5 without air fail. Keep it locked right here on the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening show in the motherland. We'll see you on the flip side of this with more of SciTech Wednesday. Keep it locked right here. Don't go too far. This is Ekse.
Welcome back. You are still watching Ekse right here on Cape Town TV, the People's Channel, taking you all the way till 5 p.m. And it is a Science Tech Wednesday, so we're giving you all the best of the science and technology right around Mzansi. Now, every year, in the second week of October, South Africa actually celebrates its National Marine Week. Now, this week focuses on highlighting the importance of the marine environment, and it also creates the awareness of the important role that our oceans actually play in our daily life. It also promotes sustainable use of resources and the environment, and Adidas recently hosted the Black River Cleanup, and the lucky presenter that was actually chosen to go see what went down there was Sia Sanga. And I'm so jealous. I don't know how Adidas actually hosted this and how they incorporated everything in there, but when it comes to marine and Adidas, something must be going down. So make sure you check out exactly what went down there, and we'll see you with more of SciTech Wednesday right here on Ekse. Let's see. Sia, what's happening?
Oh yes, njengesiqhelo akufika kuyagaleleka sisikhulukhizi igama ngusesengawabhekwana, and we are here at the Black River for Marine Awareness Week. And I'm sure Marine Awareness Week, we're here to teach you, to educate you more about conserving the marine life. So obviously Teta with the representatives from Adidas and as well as participants as to exactly why are we here and what should we do exactly, to conserve the precious marine life that we have in South Africa. You do not want to go anywhere because there is so much going on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are working very, very hard in the Science Tech Wednesday, and I'm joined by another participant who was with us cleaning the Black River. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Anya Omadine, and I'm the founder and director of the Beach Co-op.
With regards to the Beach Co-op, what do you guys do?
So we're a non-profit company, and our primary focus and core is marine conservation. So we want to look after and protect our marine environment.
And what exactly are we here for?
So all rivers lead to the ocean, and so keeping our rivers clean is just as important as cleaning the seashore, the beaches. And that's why we're here today, to try and clean our rivers and make sure that the litter that we find in our rivers don't end up on the seashore.
All right. And with regards to, because I mean, it is Marine Week, and with regards to Marine Week, what would you advise our youth to do, with regards to conserving marine life?
So you could definitely join a beach cleanup. We have one happening tomorrow in Komaki, and it's part of National Marine Week, so that's a good way to get involved. And then secondly, to start changing your behavior. There's so many single-use plastics that aren't necessary, so it's unnecessary plastic that we don't need in our lives.
Ke silapha ke siqokelela udoti omngakanani ubamninzi, and I'm here with uBhutumlu from Friends of Lisbik. Maske sive man Bhutumlu. Friends of Lisbik indoni kanye kanye?
I-Friends of the Lisbik zicleaner i-maintenance ye-river lena. So into esiyenzayo sibhizi ngoklina umfula i-Friends of the Lisbik. Enye into esiyenzayo senza i-maintenance alien plants.
Now, with your advice, what would you advise us to do with regards to marine life? How do you think we can conserve the beautiful, marine life, wild coast and such? How can we conserve our marine life?
For me, I would say just being aware and trying to spread awareness. I think lots of people aren't aware of how much damage their everyday plastic and packaging does. And if everybody's just doing their little part, whether it's going to the grocery store and taking your own bags or saying no to straws when you're eating out, and I think it's just spreading awareness, really. It just boils down to making sure everyone understands kind of what happens and
of littering.
yes, exactly.
Again, that is it from us from Cape Town TV. Up at Black River, clean. We have to actually, recycle, reduce, and plastic we have to throw away, because where do they lead? They lead to the ocean. From the ocean, the fish eat it. From the fish, they come back to us. So in order for us to, be healthy and, create more awareness with marine life, we do have to recycle. Anyway, that is it from me and from the Adidas. Back to you in studio.
Oh man, thank you so much, Sanga, for what it is that you are doing. I see you cleaning up the Black River there as well, young lad. You're doing an amazing job representing Ekse on the streets. That's a real G
So did
thing.
you see what Adidas did for them? Because you wanted to find out.
Yeah, they
I didn't see the link, but yeah, did you?
No, I see the link now. Adidas is picking up, the broken Adidas that's laying in the Black River and cleaning it up and making the river
No, I understand.
sustainable.
I
Okay, and
understand.
speaking about sustainable, we need to sustain our youth and our young scientists. And one of those is a female. She goes by the name of Iqra, and she's actually been the best female at the Eskom Expo, that happened this year. And she won a lot of money.
That's so
But
much.
that's not the point. We're not here to speak about the money, even though I'm in debt and can need help. Lama Limboon, what's happening on your side of the world?
He means it. He needs the money. Congratulations once again for being the best female Pagui
Thank you.
Expo Eskom. Quickly remind the viewers what your research was about.
So basically, I know a lot. Everyone knows what 3D shapes are, and that they have surface area,
Yeah.
volume, and perimeter, and number of vertices. So in layman's terms, I created this shape, and I created my own formulas, mathematical formulas, and I proved that this shape has a finite surface area and volume, but an infinite number of vertices, as in points, and an infinite perimeter.
Is this a shape? Because all I see is a lot of triangles.
Well, it starts off within a tetrahedron or pyramid.
Yeah.
And then you divide the measurements by 3 and add it to each face. And you divide that by 3 and add it to each face each time. And it's like a pattern that continues.
How does that help me? Because I don't wake up every day and think of this.
Basically, this is a fractal, so it's similar on different scales. And a lot of people don't know fractals, and they're similar. They're like all over the world, like in biology, like our human brain is a fractal, as well as electromagnetic waves and various things in science. And they can open a new dimension of science, but people do not know that. So hopefully, my project will make people know a lot about fractals.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to compile this research and come with conclusions and stuff like that?
I started off in grade 11, so I'm in grade 12 now. So you can say 2 years.
Sure. And what conclusion did you come up with?
So basically that I was able to prove that it was infinite, some parts, and other parts were finite.
Okay. Are you at liberty of showing us discussions that involve this?
Basically, because I said it's finite and infinite, this is because of the graph, because the graph reaches a limit after a while, but this one goes on to infinity.
Sure.
So that's basically why I say it's infinite and that is finite.
Yeah. So what are you trying to prove? That there's no infinity or there's infinity? Like, I do not understand.
Yeah, like some properties are infinite.
Okay.
But others are finite at the same time. So basically a shape can be infinite and finite at the same time.
Yeah, how do we differentiate?
So surface area and volume, but the number of vertices and perimeter.
Yeah.
So that's what's the different part. So vertices and perimeter is infinite, but surface area and volume is finite.
What are the limitations?
The limitations was my mathematical knowledge, because I'm only in grade 12.
Yeah.
And if I had more mathematical knowledge beyond school, then I could research further.
Speaking of beyond school, what do you wish to research in the near future?
If it wasn't obvious enough, I want to continue into mathematics and maybe become a mathematician in the research field.
Now?
Yeah.
Because who is your inspiration?
Well, I don't really have a role model, but my favorite mathematician is Ramanujan.
Cool stuff. They do what? Obviously, mathematician.
Well, she can choose me as a role model. I am free. I don't.
You did mention you were in debt. So
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And I really want to be someone's role model. But I want to know from you, Iqra. So you've been awarded at the Eskom Expo. You've won. You've been the best female there, basically. How does it feel to have your project recognized as the best? And because obviously you started off and you're like, oh my word, I hope I did all the research. The sweat is dripping, the hair's being tied to the back, sometimes the ponytail comes to the side. I don't know. But how does it feel to finally get that recognition and saying, wow, yours is the best and here's your reward for that?
At the beginning when they called out my name for top senior scientist, and I was really, on the stage I was crying. I didn't expect any of that. But it's still settling in, like, wow, top senior scientist 2019. So I'm really happy, and I feel like I made a mistake somewhere.
Like you're not sure, you're like, it's the best, but I'm pretty sure there's something.
Yeah, good thing they didn't pick that up, because you would have lost on the money that you won. I'd like to find out from you, how did Eskom Expo help you with your project?
Well, Cape Town Expo specifically, before we went to the ISF in Johannesburg, Cape Town Expo provided us with mentors, and they prepared us really well. So they checked our projects, everything, if everything was ethically correct, and like some improvements that could get us to that ISF level, international level.
So does this mean you missed classes, or you do this holidays?
I was in matric, so I was writing mock exams while I was doing my project. So I missed study time.
Okay, I don't want to be the odd one out here and pretend as if I'm not curious about the money that you won. What have you decided to do with the cash prize that you got?
I got 75,000 rand for top senior scientist, so planning on investing that, and so then it can grow and I can use it wisely in the future. But the other 10,000 and some other more money, I don't know, I'll spoil myself.
No, let's go shopping together. I know a very nice spot. When it comes to STEM, a lot of young girls decide sometimes or are discouraged to go pursue studies towards STEM, because sometimes they say it's male dominated, you're not going to have a future there. How do you advise people?
I was also a bit scared to do my project when I started off in grade 11. But at the end of the day, we're both humans. There's no difference between male and female.
Of course.
And females are stronger nowadays, you know that? So to all the females out there that want to do their projects, don't be scared.
Yeah,
like
Definitely.
really.
And I
don't.
have to agree with you when you made that statement that females are strong, because yesterday I actually had a headache. And I asked Kim was present with me, I asked her for a headache tablet. She didn't have, and she gave me period pills. She said, well, I had mood swings during the show. I was crying for the adverts and things like that. But you have to be strong for that, and I definitely agree with you on this. So I feel like her words of encouragement definitely made me, feel
I
bit
wouldn't
of a
know
man.
about that. I don't take pills at all, you know.
Okay, enough about that. I'll
Yeah.
afford you one opportunity to ask one last question.
Yeah, I want to know if your school, how did they support you? Did they do anything with regards to the project and you missing classes, etc.?
Especially
What's the
that-
support has been from your school?
At Star College, Eskom was encouraged a lot actually. So there was a lot of participants, and they gave us mentorship also a lot at school. I don't think I would have won those awards without the help from school. So
Wow.
they helped me a lot. They prepped us a lot. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure it wasn't that easy because now you're juggling between, you need to get the project perfect for the Eskom Expo or the Cape Town Expo, and now you're writing mocks. Like, how did you juggle between the two and balance and make sure that you're actually getting A's for both?
Well, I didn't expect to get A's for Eskom Expo. I mean, I go in there with no expectations. But
True. Go with the load shedding mentality.
I see what you did there.
I don't know how I managed to do that, but like some days I did expo, some days I did studying. So that's time management was really a challenge, but it's all got to do with working out.
Yeah, and I mean the reward paid off definitely for that. And how's mommy and daddy feeling about
They
that?
were really happy and really proud. They also supported me from the beginning. Because it was a math project and there aren't a lot of math projects. So yeah, they were proud of me.
So if people want to start now, I'm heading towards next year's expo. What's the necessary steps to take?
Well, they should obviously start off with an idea. That's the biggest step. That you should think of an idea, an original idea. Don't get it off the internet. I'm sure many in the past have maybe been guilty of doing that. But
Guilty.
but that's the biggest step. And then obviously getting research plan and all of that. And it's all over the Expo website. So yeah.
And your project, do you also have a copyright of your project? Or because you say that you shouldn't steal an idea, where did yours come? Is it copywritten? Can people copy it? Tell me the process of that.
Seeing that it's all over Eskom Expo, I think they will pick it up if people try and copy my project. But when I came up with my project, it was purely from myself. I used the Koch snowflake is a famous snowflake, and I tried to make my own three-dimensional version of it. So yeah, that it was my own idea.
Wow.
Okay, cool stuff. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And congratulations once again. Take this shape. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I don't know what it is. Should you wish to be part of the biggest build show in the motherland, we are giving you a chance to co-host with us right here every Friday. All you have to do is send a short clip of yourself that is no longer than 2 minutes, letting us know why you wish to become a presenter. That clip could give you a chance to become one of the faces right here on Ekse. The email to use is ekse@capetowntv.org or call us on 021 448 0448. After all the darkness and sadness of watching other mediocre television shows, like other youth shows, so came happiness in the form of Ekse. And we'll be right back after the break. Keep it locked.
Yes, welcome back to the show. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. Do hit us up on our social media platforms on Twitter, Ekse_live. You can also find us on Facebook, Ekse on Cape Town TV. How are you finding the show so far? Because I'm enjoying it.
I'm learning a lot of things. I'm learning how to pronounce a couple of words like leverage.
Yes.
Projects and things like that.
I had no idea there's this much money in science. I understand
I had
there's
no
money.
idea that science is so fun. Like, I can see them and they're so passionate about what they speak. Even Lama feels like he wants to become a scientist now.
No.
No interest at all? Even the money that's involved?
No.
Yeah.
Why
Money is a
not?
motivation for me. I just might go back. No?
No.
Go. Everybody, this is Ekse Live. Thank you for tuning in. We are hotter than 100 degrees. A lot of bread like a bakery, but no sesame seeds because we do not play takalani right here. Anyways, 021-448-0448 is the number to dial to get in contact with us. My name is Lamalimun Rizada Sharif Bobs. His name is Awonge Dulaza, and he's about to usher us to a music video. Who's
Yes,
the DJ?
the legendary DJ Kanan alongside Good Luck. The title of the song is Fading. Like,
Hey.
Please don't dance. He's always dancing, and I hope you guys will dance with him. This is DJ Kanan. Take a look.
Can I dance now?
No, don't dance.
No one tell me not to dance on this show, first of all. Second of all,
Clearly.
yeah, clearly. Second of all, thank you so much to DJ Kanyane and some friends for giving us some music on
That's
a
a
Wednesday.
nice tune, yeah?
It is.
Legend,
It
that one.
brings out the scientist in me.
I understand why you could not dance.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like you sometimes you just need to bring some load
Science.
and then you add some shading and then you get Hannah who shows you how not to get load shedding. Now Hannah actually won the best junior in the biomedical science category at the Cape Town Expo, and she's here to talk about what it is that she designed and also how long it took the project, and she brought along a little demo for us to show. She said something happened on the plane. I don't know what happened on the plane. We just want to speak about what Hannah came up with. Lama Moon, what's happening on your side?
Yeah, I'm sure, Riza, if you listen to anything that anybody told you to do, you wouldn't be Idlozi like Ekse.
Oh!
Yeah. Standing next to me is Uhana, who is gracing us with her presence once again because she came up top at the Expo here in Akala. So Hannah, first and foremost, take the viewers through your project. What's the background information about your project? What's the title first and foremost and the background?
Essentially, it's automated cardiac compressions. And I looked into how many people go into cardiac arrest and end up dead each year because they weren't provided with the correct amount of force and rhythm applied in order to do accurate cardiac compressions. So the thing is, when you go into cardiac arrest, your heart stops pumping blood. And if that blood doesn't get into your brain isn't oxygenated, and then you end up brain dead. So I tried to basically avoid these little bumps and things, as it created more accurate results by automating a device that was capable of performing the same function but with less inaccuracies. So essentially, you want the correct rhythm and the correct force applied each time. So the correct force would be 50 kilograms for the average human, and the correct amount of compressions per 30 seconds is 50.
Why cardiac arrest though? Does it mean anything to you?
So this idea kind of sparked when my grandpa was in ICU because he was getting his heart valve replaced. And when I was talking to the head nurse, and she was explaining to me with defibrillation and cardiac arrest, and how if there was a patient that went into a heart attack or cardiac arrest, they needed 6 people per bed. And when I was thinking of this, what if you have limited staff? What's going to happen then? And then what also came to mind to me was when you're in public and people go into cardiac arrest, no one's going to be around to perform accurate cardiac compressions if they're not qualified. So you won't have those people stepping up if they don't know how to do it correctly. So essentially, I automated a device so that this could be more available to the public and hopefully save lives one day. So I automated this mechanism. So it's a piece of wood, but obviously in the future it would be developed a lot better. But essentially it's converting rotational motion into linear motion because this motor spins rotationally and it's connected to this piece of wood, which rotates the piece of wood, and then connected via a pivot to this panel of wood over here. And then these panels on the sides keep it from going around the wood, so it converts it into linear motion.
What I want to actually know, and I just want to jump in there. So how does it actually work? So someone gets a heart attack, and then they have this device. What do I do? Do I plug it into a wall? Do I need Wi-Fi?
Essentially, with the demo that I made, this Raspberry Pi is, it has a power source that's plugged into the wall.
This is the Raspberry Pi?
Yes. So this is a monitor on top of it, which I connected to a keyboard in order to write the simple code in order to run the script that I already wrote on a monitor that was connected to the Raspberry Pi. But basically, so this is connected to the motor controller,
Yeah.
which connects to the motor.
Yeah.
And now the motor controller is also needs a power source, so that would be in a form of a battery. But
Yes.
obviously, looking in the future, it would have to be like power source from a battery.
Yes.
So I was thinking of lithium batteries because it lasts longer and yeah, it's quite dense. So then obviously you would have a casing for it as well. And then I also looking into developing switches so you could switch
Okay.
it on and off
Perfect.
easily. Because no one's going to be able to write out
Do
a
you know
piece
what
of
I'm
code.
saying?
Yes, definitely. No one's going to be able to write the commands in. No,
True.
like no one's going to know that. Unless they've been taught that, which is
Of
kind of
course.
defeating the purpose.
Yes.
And then also we'll have different amounts of force that you exert because obviously the force that you exert on an infant is going to be different to the force you exert
True.
on an
True.
adult. Yeah. So it would have different amounts of force.
What limitations did you have when you were busy doing your research?
Okay, so basically when I was measuring the experiment, I did not have a pressure plate. So, because obviously I couldn't do this on humans, so I was measuring.
You don't want to get the wrong pumps going.
Like, where am I gonna go find someone in cardiac arrest and be like, hold up,
Yes,
can
let
I
me-
Can I just
measure?"
try this?
Exactly. So I used a scale to
Okay.
test the amount. So I basically had people perform the function on a scale, and then recorded the data that they did. So essentially, I tallied up the force per compression and then the amount of compressions per 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then made an average of that person's force, and then made an average of the rate that they did it.
Wow.
And then made 3 people do that and then created an average for humans and then ran the robot 3 times calculating the average per compression as well as
Wow.
the rate. So then I could distinguish
Wow.
between what
Sounds
was more
like a-
accurate.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of data collecting. But essentially when someone exerts that force on the scale, the scale rebounded.
Awesome.
So that was a bit difficult figuring out how to calculate the exact amount of force. That's why maybe my statistics weren't
Okay.
the most accurate, but it is somewhat
Yeah,
reliable.
pretty
But also having lithium batteries, because essentially I wanted to make it available, so
To the
portable as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have access to lithium batteries, and also finding the correct motor that could provide the correct amount of force when it exerted,
Yeah.
and then also the right amount of rotations
Yeah,
per second.
there's one thing I've learned of Hannah
Uh-huh.
today, and that is she really has a passion for what she does, and she really, really loves lithium batteries.
Speaking of lithium batteries, I want to find out how the Eskom Expo people received the project. I understand that you're speaking of the lithium batteries, you didn't have access to them, and some
Yeah.
monitors. What is their role then with the projects you guys come up with? How do they receive it, and how can they
Okay.
assist? Can they provide lithium batteries?
Yeah.
What do they do?
So definitely Eskom for Expo for Science for young scientists. They definitely do encourage development, and I know that they reach out to sponsors, and
Yeah.
some people will
Okay.
sponsor you, but it almost depends on what division they're in.
Yes.
Like if you're in engineering or
Yes, yes.
something like that, because most of their sponsors are in engineering and energy. But I can definitely look into reaching out to someone that does have lithium batteries, and then I also definitely want to make the correct casing, learn how to do switches, and then have different amount of motors that can change the force
Of course.
exerted, and then also having extendable legs.
Okay.
So that
Oh, wow.
so that basically when someone is going
Laying.
into cardiac arrest and
Yeah.
laying down on the floor, you want to be able to adjust its body size.
Yes.
So you want to be able to adjust the width and the height of it so that it could hit directly on the sternum when doing it, because then that would be more accurate. So I'm also looking into that, and then hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
When-
it works
What
when-
sort
out.
of conclusion did you come up with when you were done?
Okay, so I definitely found out that automating a device would definitely be the better option,
Yeah.
because it is more accurate and reliable when because it does not have to like distinguish with human emotion, and it
Yes.
also doesn't have to face exhaustion.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah.
that's where it comes in more accurate, because your force isn't going to fluctuate.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done and you complete all the research that
Yes.
and the things that you wanna include in your project, how much are you looking into selling it to the market? What are some of the ways that you
Yeah.
wanna distribute the product itself?
So I'll definitely have to reach out into the medical facilities first because we don't want to sell a project that hasn't been tested properly, you know? And also in that aspect, coming into testing, you don't really want to do animal testing and stuff like that. So you'll have to do like a lot of tests.
You can do a wonky testing.
If you pay me, I'm paying 10,000 per test.
Wow.
Or maybe they could go to another youth show when exactly Ekse starts, they go like, Hannah should be on standby. Don't worry.
Let me
This
just
was
test
gonna
my
happen.
project. Let me just test my project.
OMG.
Yeah.
When it
Other
comes
shows you need it. I can understand.
I feel you, Lama, but I want to know from you, Hannah, when it comes to school and things like that, and your subjects, how did your subjects play a role in coming up with the cardiac arrest things?
So definitely I wouldn't be here without my school because it was kind of mandatory for us to make a project because we are marked on our projects. But so we have like a mini science fair in our school, and then we're picked to go into the regionals and Eskom Expo. So my school took me to regionals, and then Expo took me to the international science fair. So they definitely played a big role because only the grade 9s in my school do it. So I'm definitely considering talking to them about opening up to more grades,
Of course.
because it definitely opens up a lot of opportunities for young scientists.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously this can't be the dead end. There's still more to look forward
Yeah,
to. So where to
definitely.
from here for Hannah?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, like I said, I definitely want to keep developing my project. For instance, even the wood. Like, we don't want it to be made out of wood. We're going to put some silicone for installation, things like that. So definitely development-wise, there's a long way to go. And then for me, hopefully this will help me get into medicine in the future. Because that's been like my lifelong dream. When I was 5, my granny had cancer and she was going through chemotherapy, and when she was on bed rest, I used to like give her injections and stuff. And ever since then, I like wanted to go into medicine.
Yeah, let's test your device because something horrible is about to happen. We are going to an ad break and I hate this.
Thank you.
See you after the Hey man, we definitely came, we saw, and we conquered. We learned a lot about science on today's show. We learned a lot from Elekaya, reading our science news. Huge thank you to you for always pulling through on a Wednesday. But I always have to go back and look at the subtitles, but he's always teaching us the most. So huge thank you to Melekaya for our science news.
Yeah, you can catch him on Twitter. His handle is @TheRealMellyMels. Who names himself that?
But he's the real one, so that's okay.
Yeah, nobody else wants to be a Melly Mels.
What did you enjoy of today's show?
The last Hannah, I like that she's still passionate about it, even though she's at very beginning stages with our products. I like that. The others are well established. I want to see how much money they can make in the future.
No, I loved Iqra because Iqra won the most money, and I need to speak to her because my car's insurance is not working out. But all of them basically did the most. They worked hard for the project, and the Cape Town Expo with Eskom really shows that they are there for our youth, and they're doing the most to make sure that our youth is being sustained and they're being equipped to come up with this project for the future. I mean, cardiac
I hope they do more of the expo. There's a lot that she needs to do, and then she was in the project, but she's still very early in the beginning stages. So
definitely.
Yeah, so which one was your favorite? Let us know. The hashtag to use is #SciTech. You can send those to Ekse_live on Twitter, on Facebook. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Missed any part of this episode, you can hop onto YouTube. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Otherwise, on Friday morning between 7 and 8, we'll be bringing you the repeat right here on channel 263. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure keeping your company this afternoon. On Friday Friday, we've got a YBB takeover. Everybody's going to be in the building showing off why they're nominated for their awards. And then on Saturday morning, myself and Lungelo are going to be having organic food, Ekse. Remember, it's for free. We're going to be eating a lot. And then...
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing.
It's a music video that's coming up, so I can say this. And then on Saturday, later on, we're going to the YBB Awards. Tickets go for 100 rands. Lwandile is going to be there. Kim is going to be there. You're going to be there. Sinalo is going to be there. Lamalimun is going to be there. So make sure that you flock to that YPP Awards. And then Ekse, there's a fashion week. Sinalo is going to be enjoying himself. Not hosting, but representing Cape Town TV.
Awesomeness.
Sure. Rest in peace to Lebuma Tosa. She's one of the legends, and this one is titled, what?
I don't know, but
you were on a hurry to link to a music video and you didn't even know.
I just wanted to
Ladies
know.
and gentlemen, it's goodbye so long. We'll see you tomorrow. What?